This is Unit 2, Strategic Marketing Planning, wherein we will be discussing developing strategic marketing planning, understanding buying behavior, and the different marketing strategies. So, ato ta sa first lesson or lesson 1, which is developing strategic marketing planning. So, this lesson will basically teach you how to develop a strategic plan for the marketing of your business. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to describe strategic marketing planning process, sequence the stages of marketing planning, and make a SWOT analysis. So, this lesson is already uploaded sa Google Classroom para sa katong mga wala pa kabasa sa GC. You no longer need to take screenshots and sa pa yung mga gusto ninyo for note keeping because this is already, or you already have your own copy of this module sa atong Google Classroom. So, as an introduction, many companies operate without any strategic plans. So, most common na siya, especially sa mga startup business or mga small business, they do not establish a strategic plan when they operate. As a result to this, these companies lack direction. So, they do not have a guide on where they want to be in the next 5 years. They do not have a mission statement, a vision statement. They do not have specific goals and objectives that they aim to finish or they aim to achieve as a business. So, this is in comparison to those companies or businesses that have formal plans, or they have written down their plans of what they want for the business to happen in the future. So, the success of strategic planning, which is what we are going to discuss this morning, depends on the planning that an organization did beforehand. So, before you open a business, you plan. You plan on the location, you plan for your target market, you plan for the specific products that you want to sell, whether it's food, it's service, it's tangible products, cologne, cell phones, and all other products that are on demand in the market as of today. So, it will depend on what you have planned beforehand before the start of the business. So, just like you, as students, you plan your study in schedules. I do not know if kanang you have timetables ba to manage your time the whole day with your 10 subjects. Like, if dili magklase si ma'am ani nga time, I will make my assignment for this subject, mga ingon ana. So, you plan for the whole week, your whole schedule. And at the same time, that is also being done in marketing. So those are the same plans. It's applicable to marketing also. When an organization develops its overall strategic planning, it has to fit between the organization's objective, available resources, and the evolving market opportunities. So this is according to Kotler and Armstrong in 2008. So, strategic planning is done at a corporate level and will be used as a framework that sets the overall planning of various levels in the organization. So, magsugod ang strategic planning. It begins with the corporate level of the business or at the topmost part of the business. Kanang nasa management or sa administration. The leaders are the ones who usually plan strategically for the business. Monay role nila. And please take note, the primary goal of strategic planning is to mold and remold the company's businesses and products so that they yield profits and growth. Not only focus on gaining profit but as well as creating growth in the business. Strategic marketing planning is a process that charts out the course the company will take in relations to marketing. So since this is a marketing subject, our strategic plans will focus on the marketing department, or basically the strategic marketing planning. So mo na siya aim na to ani nga subject. Below, we will see a figure showing us the strategic marketing planning process. So the process is a step-by-step nga procedure. Dili pwede nga mag-una ang nasa ubos or mag-una ang nasa tunga. So we start with specifying the market-oriented mission. Mo na siya so good. When creating a strategic marketing plan, you specify your mission. And your mission has to be market-oriented or must be focused on your customers. Wala siya pasabot din ha. After specifying your market-oriented mission, you are going to develop measurable company-wide objectives. So I will discuss this elaborately as we move on with our module. Ang sumpay ani guys is objectives, developing measurable company-wide of objectives, followed by establishing a business portfolio, and then finally developing strategies at business units. Ang sumpay kay market and product level. Sorry, wala na ko ni na-edit sa atong PDF. Ako lang ilisan atong PDF later after the class nga kanang makita na ninyo ni. So please take note, the last part of the marketing planning process, the strategic marketing planning process is developing strategies at business, market, and product level. So not only at the business level, but as well as market and product levels ang ato ang i-develop nga mga strategies. So how do we make a market-oriented business mission? So how do you make a mission statement? Diba in schools, we have the mission, vision, core values, diba na yung mga inunana. So you're familiar with the mission statement. So in marketing planning, defining the business mission statement is the first thing to consider. So muna siya step 1. A business mission statement is defined or is stated to reflect the organization's purpose. Unsay tomong para asa ang imuhang business, what it wants to accomplish for operating. The mission statement should be clear, realistic, so dapat klaro, realistic, dili kay fantastical or kanang more on imaginatory imong gusto mahitabo sa imong negosyo, and provides motivation for the company to reach its objective. A well-rounded mission statement can answer or answers the following questions. So these are our guide questions in establishing a mission statement. Who are your customers? So kinsa are your customers? Old people, young children, students, young professionals, mothers, fathers, men, women, members of the LGBTQ. So daghan kay taog mapili nga mga types of customers. What is our business? So what is your business all about? Is it selling goods, selling services, selling spare parts, mga inunana? And where do you want to go in the future? Where do you plan to take your business in the future? Muna siya na dapat sa inyong mission statement. A good mission statement has a number of characteristics such as focus, scope, motivating, guided by vision, and policies. So na siya 5 characteristics. So number 1, focus on a limited number of goals. I know you have, when you think of or you plan for a business, daghan kayo mo gusto mahitabo para sa inyong business. But focus on a limited number lang. Kay if you're planning too wide, you will lose focus on what to do first, unsay second, unsay third, kay daghan kayo, the pressure will build up with you. So focus on a limited number of goals, one at a time. Scope. Define the major competitive scopes within which the company will operate. So, the scope is all about, it's related to your focus. Where is the business located? The area. Is the area competitive? Unsay sakop sa imuhang business nga gusto nimo i-target or gusto nimo ma-reach out. Motivating. So, a mission statement must be motivating or it can trigger the sense of motivation on each of the employees. Dapat ma-inspire sila every time they see or they read your mission statement. It is significant that the employees must feel that their work is important, that they feel valued, that they are part of the company or in the in the process of the company in achieving its success or reaching its mission. That they contribute to people's lives. So, dapat include po na ninyo nga a sense of feeling when establishing a business mission statement. So, it has to be guided also by a vision. So, missions are at their best when they are guided by a vision, which is the goal of the company in the next 10 to 20 years. So, when you create a vision, you think of where you want to see your company 10 to 20 years from the date that it started. Policies. The business mission should emphasize on the company's major policies and values, such as how should employees deal with customers, suppliers, distributors, competitors, and other groups. So, following a business mission statement, kinahanglan na kay policies ready or created for in dealing for employees to follow in dealing with the following. How will they deal with their customers? So, nakay customer service policies. Suppliers. So, nakay supplier policies. And then, distributors as well as competitors and other groups that your business may encounter while it is operating. So, muna siya sa step 1. After creating a good business mission statement, so you've already started your strategic marketing plan, you will now develop company-wide objectives. We need to develop measurable, emphasis on the term measurable company-wide objectives, because when creating objectives, we adhere to the rule na objectives should be SMART. SMART meaning specific for S, measurable for M, attainable for A, realistic for R, and time-bound for T. I want you to remember this acronym because this is actually present in all your future subjects and all your other subjects as well as you move on with the course or with your program. So, when creating an objective, you have to be specific. Make sure that it's measurable, ma-measure siya in years, in percentage, in time. It's attainable, meaning na ay posibilidad nga mahitabo gyud siya or makuha nimo siya or ma-achieve nimo na siya nga objective. It's realistic, duol sa tinuod, and time bound. It has a time limit. So for example, you specify that one of your objectives is to gain 50% profit, or to gain the 50% of return on investment in 1 year. So, nanato dito, you specify what you want to gain. You gain the 50%, so measurable siya. It's attainable because gaining 50% of your ROI in 1 year is realistic. And it's time-bound because you specify a specific time on when you want to achieve that objective. So, muna siya things to remember when you are developing a measurable company-wide objective. So, muna siya ha. And then, let's proceed to the third step or to the third part of the process, which is establishing business portfolio. A business can be defined in 3 terms such as customer groups, customer needs, and technology. So you have to take note of that when creating your portfolio. For example, a small company that designs incandescent light for television, so its customer group are television studios or television companies that make TVs. A strategic business unit, so balik sa day. So, if for example, if you are producing food, then your target market are those people who love to eat. If you are planning to design or build an airport hotel, so your target market are the people who are always traveling, or businessmen who like to stay for a short while near airports for easy access to their next travels, mga yun ana. So, you specify or you identify your customer groups or your customer targets, and then as well as their needs. A strategic business unit or a BSU is a unit of the company that has a separate mission and objectives, and that can be planned independently from other company business. An SBU may be developed for a company's division level, for a product line, for a product, or for a brand. So in kuan man gud guys, in a business portfolio na dito tanan natong products. We compile all our products, all its advantages on how do we plan to sell it, what types of demands of the market is being answered by that product. So, most companies, especially large companies which have a number of product lines, meaning daghan kay silang products, for example, Unilever, iba na sila daghang products na sabon, na pangpagwapa, na para sa baby, na ingon ana, di ba? So, each specific product line has a separate strategic business unit that will plan out a business portfolio for those specific products. Muna siya ha ang sa business portfolio. If you're working in a very large company and you belong in the marketing department, you may be assigned to a specific SBU or a strategic business unit for one specific product, wherein you plan out on how to market, how to attract customers, how to introduce new product lines to the market, mga yun na ang himuon. Muna siya na sa third phase or the third step. And then finally, you will reach the last step, which is developing strategies at business units, market, and product level. So, after evaluating your business portfolio, so nakita na nimo dito yung specific products, in ilahang mga advantages, the specific target markets, customer groups nga pwede approach so that you can sell the product. A firm might want to decide on which business that should go into the future. A company may decide to expand or downsize the future business portfolio. So, if tanaw nimo daghan ra kay ka, you're starting small and then you've thought of many business products, or your product line is very wide and then dili nimo kaya, you can decide whether to downsize your portfolio, meaning i-adjust nimo pagamyan, or to expand your business plans. So, that is why the term expansion strategies is included. So, the management can use the product or market expansion matrix, which has 4 alternatives. Mo ni siya: market penetration, market development, product development, and diversification. Mo ni siya. If you want to expand or use expansion strategy so that you can cope with your large business portfolio. So, market penetration, firms or businesses would try to increase their market share among existing customers. So, if you want to expand, you expand also your market share, meaning you attract more customers. You penetrate the market. So, dlon jud ninyo kayo ang market. And then, we also have number 2, market development. This strategy attracts new customers to existing products by expanding the target market or expanding geographically. So, dili lang ka magstay in one place or in one location. You branch out in order for you to further develop your market interest or managhan ng imong customer, not only in one area but also in other areas. Product development. This entails the creation of new products for present market. So, as you penetrate the market and you develop the market, you will realize that there are other demands, other wants that customers need or demand. So, you develop new products in order to answer those newly found demands. Muna siya sa product development. The creation or the innovation of a new product added to your business portfolio. And then we have the term diversification. This is the riskiest strategy, as the firm is attempting to increase sales by introducing new products into new markets. So, you practice diversification, you risk a lot of capital since you're going to create very new products that are very new to the eyes, to the ears, and to the that will give new ideas to the customers, or meaning they have no experience using said products. So, and then you are targeting new markets, meaning bago pa nimo na discover na siya nga specific market, so it entails a lot of risk. But if you plan well or you strategize well, then it could end up with a positive outcome. So the other option, downsizing, meaning when you finish doing your portfolios and you want to adjust, so from the term downsize, reduce the number of business for several reasons or reduce your product line. So downsizing strategies, um, you may downsize because you found out that there are irrelevant products due to changes in consumer preferences. So as you look with your business portfolio, you found out that there are specific products nga less na ang demand, dili na uso, dili na kay kinahanglan sa tao. So you remove that. So you basically magamay imong product line. Lack of experience in certain business. You found out that you are not confident in one of the products that you are producing, so imo to siyang tangtangon, dili mo siya apilon. Um, Product obsolescence due to changes in technology, meaning obsolete na to siya, dili na magamit, wala na yung nagsigig palit adto. Then you just want in planning, the thought crossed your mind nga mamaligya pa ka og keypad nga cellphone, and then you found out nga it's almost obsolete, it's not needed. Mostly people today, because of the pandemic, are more reliant to smartphones, so tangtangon to nimo siya sa imong product line. So that is downsizing strategies. Then we also have another option is the market-oriented strategies. So a company needs to analyze the market to serve and offer products or services in order to ensure that. So sa market-oriented strategies, we go back to the previous lessons wherein we focus on what our customers wants and need. So you have to ensure, or your company needs to ensure that it gives back the most attractive returns and profits. So in understanding our market and what they want, so mas better ang ato ang pag-present sa ilang og product, mas better ang sales, mas better ang profit. The company has the resources and capability to serve the market needs and fits in with the overall company's mission and objectives. So, muna siya. Due to the large number of population to serve with varieties of needs, a company decide which market and needs to serve. The company needs to divide the population into segment. So, since in doing market-oriented strategies, ato amang i-understand well ang ato ang market or ang atong target market. Since there are so many people that you find, diba daghan king tao in one area or one specific location nga imuhang gusto baligyaan. How will you better understand them? How will you divide them? So you divide them into segments. Mo na siyang market segmentation. When you choose the specific segment that you want to attract or you want to serve, that is what we call as target marketing or market targeting. And then, decide on the value to offer to the selected market, meaning unsay mo gusto i-offer nga product based on the listed needs and wants. Muna na siya si market positioning. So, basically, kato kung ipang istorya, muna to siya explanation ani nila. So if you're building a business in one specific location, example Pagadian City. So the entire population of Pagadian City can be divided into various groups with similar needs. Like for example, gym goers, students, young professionals nga kanang mahilig og laag-laag, dine out, na sweldo, walay laing gibuhi, lang self lang, mga mothers or old people. So pwede nimo na sila i-segmentize. Divide them into different segments for you to identify which part of the population you plan to serve or you plan to create as your market. If you've decided on one specific market segment, or one specific group, muna na siya, you enter into the step of market targeting or target marketing. Pwede baliktad. The company will then evaluate the attractiveness of each segment, and then you will choose or select the segment. So, meaning you've made a target market. So, nakapili na ka, butang taog, ang imuhang gipili is the students. So, from there, you position, market positioning. After a target market is decided, the company has to decide on the value that it wishes to offer to the target group. So, from studying your target group, from studying the students, what are their most basic needs? Is it paper? Is it load? Is it internet connection? Piso Wi-Fi ba during this time? So, makakreate na dayon ka og product or the best product that you can offer to your target market. Then, we proceed to the next part, which is marketing mix strategies. Once a positioning strategy is decided, meaning nakapili na ka o product na gusto nimo ibaligya sa ilaha, the company offerings must be translated into marketing mix strategies. I've discussed this in lesson 1 if you will remember. So, it will marketing mix strategies refers to the unique blend of product, distribution, promotion, and pricing. So, the 4 P's, as I mentioned in our previous lessons, are product, price, place, and promotion. So, the product, this is the heart of the marketing mix. Dili mahitabo ang marketing kung wala tay product nga i-market. This is the starting point. So, it refers to the product that you're offering and your product strategy. The price, this is the amount that you expect your customers to pay for your decided product in order for them to get that product. So, the place, this involves the business location or involves all business activities that are concerned with the distribution of the business products. Where are you going to make the product available? Is it available in the wet market, kung dito inyong kuan, in a mall, in your house, or are you going to do delivery services, or are you going to post it in social media, and then they contact you through messenger or other forms of text and communication applications karon, since it's a pandemic and it's hard to we need to adhere to social distancing, and you do not want to capitalize on kanang a store location, so mag home base baka karon, so mo na siya nasa place. And then promotion, this is also another very important part of the marketing mix, because this is how you will inform, educate, persuade, and remind your chosen target markets about the benefits that your organization or your product is going to give to them. So mo na siya sa 4 piece marketing mix. Those are the things that you need to remember when creating a strategic marketing plan. Okay, so paspas kay ko, you just review this later this week as I will upload a recording sa YouTube. So we'll proceed to the last part of our module, which is the managing marketing activities. If you've already set out your plans, na-implement na nimo sila, nakasugod na ka sa imuhang 4Ps, then you have to manage those. Dili man na nimo pwede pasagdaan lang nga, okay, nasugdan na nako, okay na to. You have to monitor the implementation. You have to manage those. So, to manage the marketing efforts, a company has to implement the 4 functions of management, meaning these are analysis, planning, implementation, organization of marketing department, and control. So, wala pa man mo. You will, this will be further, sa tawag ani, elaborated as you move on with your organizational management. But in the sense of marketing, kani nga 4 functions of management are what you need in order to manage all of your marketing activities. Saan ninyo pag-monitor, saan ninyo pag-organize, o kinahanglan pag-improvement ang inyong process na i-follow, may nana. So, we have conduct a situation analysis. So, situation analysis refers to a collection of methods that managers use to analyze an organization's internal and external environment to understand the organization's capabilities, customers, and business environment. So the situation analysis consists of several methods of analysis. Natay the 5 C's analysis, the SWOT analysis, and the Porter 5 forceps analysis. But in our industry, the most common is the SWOT analysis. Mo na siya akong i-discuss. SWOT analysis stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities and strengths. Threats. Muna siya ang sa SWOT analysis. A method under the situation analysis that examines both strengths and weaknesses kanang naa sa internal environment, meaning unsay strengths sa imong company, sa imong business, and what are its weaknesses, as well as the external environment, which are the opportunities and threats. So a SWOT analysis looks at both current and future situations. So it's present and futuristic, where they analyze their current strengths and weaknesses while looking for opportunities and threats. So the goal is to build on strengths as much as possible while reducing weaknesses. So you need to create more strength, or if you find out that you have more weaknesses, find answers to those weaknesses so that they become strengths. And then while you come up with a lot of future opportunities, and then there are also threats, make those threats as opportunities. Ana ang goal sa SWOT analysis. This analysis helps a company come up with a plan that keeps it prepared for a number of potential scenarios. So if you're updated with your SWOT analysis, you do it timely, you are well oriented on what specific areas that needs improvement in your business, then you can prepare for any possible threats that might occur during the operation of your business. So, marketing planning. So, na kay plan sa imuhang, you've analyzed your strengths, your weaknesses, then you proceed to monitoring your marketing plan. Kanang imong pag-reach out sa imuhang customers. So, this is done at a business unit level. So, sa product level or brand level. So, if dako-dako yung company na kay specific department that are focused on marketing lang yun. So, that's an example of a business unit level. Marketing planning involves 8 stages, which are as follows: executive summary and table of contents, current situation analysis, opportunities and threats analysis, objectives and issues, marketing strategy, action programs, budgets, and controls. So, when creating a marketing plan, dapat na aning 8 ka parts. You need to present an executive summary on what the plan is all about and the contents of the plan. Then you present your current situation analysis or your SWOT analysis. You describe or you define the specific opportunities and threats that you have found out. Include your specific objectives and issues that you want to address. Draw or illustrate your marketing strategy. How do you plan to reach out to your market to sell your products? What are your action programs, your proposed budgets, and your means of controlling the actions or the programs that you plan to implement? Muna siya sa marketing planning. For marketing implementation, this is the process of translating broad strategy statement into specific actions, tactics, so that the objectives set earlier can be achieved. So from written strategies, written plans, sa marketing implementation, ato na siyang i-act out, ato nang i-perform, ato nang i-turn into actions ang atong mga gipang sulat nga plano. So, marketing department organization. The design of the company's marketing department must be able to implement the marketing strategies and plans. So, in building a business, na kay marketing department. So, in organizing your marketing department, you have to include or incorporate mechanisms like resolving conflicts all on its own in the marketing department, because it's important that the marketing department people are in good working condition. They work together well with each other, since they are responsible in introducing your products to your target market. So if there is no if your marketing organization or marketing department is unstable, then how will you reach out properly to your customers, and how will your product penetrate the market? So these are the things to remember when you are creating a marketing department in your business. So you can arrange them into functional organizations, product or brand management organization, market or customer management organization, geographic organization, or combined organization. So kanisha people, this is most applicable in large companies. Kanang dagko na kayo nga mga businesses wherein naka-divide na, as I mentioned earlier, kanang sa Johnson and Johnson nga company, sa Unilever, sa mga Leslie's, mga manufacturers of food, canned goods, other products that we are using that have the same manufacturers, then wala lang ta kamalay. So they have specific marketing groups for each product. So kani nga mga key components nga atong gi-discuss on the later part of the module are very important or very useful when you're working or managing a very large company that offers a large range of product lines. But for startups, you as manager, pananglitan ikaw lang ang nagsugod and then you hire sa one or two people to help you. Basically, you are everything in the business. Ikaw ang manager, ikaw ang marketing manager, ikaw ang production manager, ikaw tanan. So, what you have to remember is to always know your market sa marketing. And keep track of yours, update your SWOT, and then always remember or adhere to the 4 P's, the marketing mix, so that you will not be lost or you will not lose connection with your product and your customers. Mao lang na siya. Those are the key things to remember if you plan to start up a business or a small business in the near future. But if you plan to work on a big company and you want to enter into the marketing department, so mo ni siya inyong these are some of the terms or the important things to remember when you belong into a marketing department. So that ends my discussion for the first lesson for Unit 2.